Some people ask, how do I build my courses? So, course design is definitely an artistic talent, and it's definitely something that, yes, you can learn how to do it, but it's kind of one of those things that, like, I don't know how to sculpt marble, and I wouldn't try to sculpt marble. I kind of feel like course design is kind of the same thing. So I will take you through the step-by-step process that I do to design just one course, which depending on what the subject matter is, depends on how long it takes me. Um, I wrote for the spiritual warriors journey course that I built. I wrote that book in a week, and then and because I mostly modeled the course off of the book, it took me 3 days to create the entire course from start to finish and launch. So, um, without further ado, I will show you. So, step one is I get ideas and I write them all down in a notebook. Sometimes I do type them out, but for the most part, I'm not near a computer whenever I have ideas. And so they all kind of come out on paper. So this is part, I don't know if you can see why you should work for yourself from home. And so I get all the ideas and I write them all out. And so of course that's not helpful whenever you have an online format. So then the next part is sorry for that. Okay, I then type out all of the stuff from the notebook into a Google Doc or a Word document. But the way that you see it organized here it's not organized. So then what I do is then I open another Google Doc and then I start to classify the information together. So what fits, what goes together. And so then I have all of this, and you can see like this is 8 pages of secondary raw material. And so then I take that raw material, and this is like the skeleton. Okay, this is a skeleton. I then take that raw material and then I start building the course. And so this is the back end of the Startup Business Mentorship course. So I use Teachable. That's a platform that I chose. It has an online component, it has an online component, but it also has an app as well. And so you just very easily click edit lecture, and then you add in whatever elements, and then you just add in your elements. Now, I also have video material that I have not put in yet because I'm not quite done with this one. I'll be done with this one tonight. But I just wanted to show you an example because then what I do is I take that skeleton and then I fill the skeleton with the meat and the bones is the way that I like to refer to it. And so I'm like, okay, how do I organize the information? And then how do I take the information? And then how do I break it down into easily digestible pieces? And so just for example, let's look at the journey of self-discovery. This is your all access backstage pass. So then I break it up. And then also you have to have activities because how are you going to practically transfer that knowledge from here into actually doing it? And so you have to have practical steps that you take within the courses that you take in order to really solidify the information. And so I have activities, I have videos where I discuss different things. And then again, mostly because I'm good at talking and giving information, this is just me talking to you through text or through video. And so really for me, that's all that it takes, but I know for a lot of people, it's a lot more than that. But again, it's how do you take information and how do you break it down? How do you classify it? Maybe reclassify it, and then you disseminate that in a way that other people can practically follow what it is that you are trying to convey or that you have done. So, how do you take those ideas and then how do you make them practical? So, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Um, Again, that's your backstage pass to how I build courses. It's step one is I write it on a notebook. Step two is I type it all out as a skeleton. And then step three, I organize the information. And then step four, I fill the bones with meat. And then you have a whole entire course that's ready to go. It's kind of layered. And then sometimes an additional step that I may take is I may add in additional activities or I may add in a lot more reflection depending on what the course is. And so I hope that you find this information valuable and useful. And you can reach me through my website, naturallyinspiredmedia.com. You all of the course offerings that I have so far are there. More are coming on the way because it's just I have it all here in a notebook. I just gotta get out a notebook and put it into a computer for you all. So thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, and visit the website. Contact me if you need anything. Take care.